this is the last part, promise, but there's an ant here, okay? So ants, you're seeing ants are showing up in your reality, right? But like your person is telling you, like this person that you know intuitively, right, is saying love shouldn't feel this heavy. This connection is not supposed to be heavy. Like let go of that past, let go, let go. Hope shapes your future more than pain ever could, right? So hold hope in this connection. Like release the pain. Collaborate. Let's turn mistakes into lessons, right? So whatever mistakes had happened either in this dynamic and or past heartbreaks or whatever pain you're holding on to, right? Let's take those mistakes and learn from them. And then let's come together and not have heaviness in our connection, right? We're like, it's like you guys are here as each other's lessons to heal, right? Pain fades, but love teaches. Let's turn this into the teacher to not let love be heavy anymore, and let's create a collaboration, right? Like your person believes in you. Your person is ready. In stillness, you reclaim your power. Solitude. Even apart, my love for you stays strong, right? So even within this separation, even within this, there's a really strong connection between you two. So God is saying here today, and you know, in my personal experience here, I know it's not just as easy as, okay, let's just forget the past and, let's just open ourselves up. This is more of, it's a fear of the unknown. You don't know what could happen. It's a risk. So that's what we have to try to allow ourselves to rewrite, unravel, and trust that this connection with this person is not going to be heavy, is not meant to be heavy like that. Okay? Release the heaviness. And whatever you're going through, let it be the lesson so that you can expand, so that you can receive this abundant love, this happiness, this joy, this illumination, right? Something that you know intuitively beyond the veil that is rightfully yours. You guys are each other's, is kind of like what I'm getting. And then they're telling me hopelessly devoted, right? So there's this devotion between you two. There's just this devotion. The lesson has been revealed. Okay? The lesson has been revealed. So whatever this story is, that's the distortion. Okay? They want you to see clearly. Like that is that distortion. The way that you're thinking about things. Integrity. It's about integrity. Shift the perception on integrity. Oh, okay. This is exactly about integrity. For many of you, you don't view masculine energy as stable, as integral, as authentic. You see them as lying, scheming, cunning, something's not right, right? That's your perception. That's the distortion of the old wound that they want you to see. That's where the lesson is. That's where the karmic cycle is. Because you're basically now projecting that all men, all women, all whatever, all relationships have a level of dishonesty, is kind of what I'm saying. Like as if like, because to be integral is to do and say the right thing even when no one is watching, right? So if you've dealt with people that do not do that, yeah, that's huge. Yes, that's huge. People who wear a mask, who they hide things, right? The memories of hidden, of secrets, right? That's where the fear is. That's where the distortion is. But they're reminding you right now that your magic is now in your discernment. That you now, to become aware, like you need to become aware of the power of your discernment now. It's almost like because of this perception or angle that you're kind of like holding on to, this is beyond love for many of you guys here, okay? This is just about the ability to receive your desires. What fulfills you, what makes you feel alive. It's hard for you to see that as something that can be attained. Yeah, magnetism, right? This is blocking your magnetism. This distortion. It's almost like you don't understand or know how you are going to receive what you desire, but that's not your job to know, right? This is where you need to connect back to that intuition, to just trust, right? To just trust and understand that you will be, they're telling me, in deliverance, okay? So you allow yourself to be delivered from this fear as well, to consciously make the choice to connect to spirit, the universe. Because this story is keeping you disconnected from the universe. Yeah, it's your ego sabotaging this. It's sabotaging this. Your ego is playing a role here. Look at the planes of existence, right? The dreams. I was telling you in the very beginning, part 1, I think. I'm starting to get hot and flushed. In part 1 was about the planes of existence, different dimensions, right? The telepathic communication here, okay? So there's a lot of layers to this message here, okay? But ultimately, this message is here to guide and help people who resonate here coyotes are going crazy outside. They're telling me pack mentality. If you live in California, you know the coyotes out here. They probably caught a little bunny, hopefully not a kitty. 111. It was 111 on my clock, and then my battery went down to 20%. I hate hearing those packs though. It like breaks my heart. And it was funny because I heard a murder of crows. I mean, I saw a murder of crows today. So death, rebirth, metamorphosis, becoming, emerging, renewal. And then what came out was the initiation, right? The rite of passage to awaken. So when you're living in this distortion, in that story, it's ultimately deflecting your power, your authority, your identity is of loss. And they want you to transform the current identity that you have that is separating you from your magnetism, from your magic. And it's directly connected to the emotional imbalance due to the perception of the unknown, the perception of the betrayal, the perception of the old wound being projected in. So do with that what you will. I know it is meant to help who it's meant to help. Part of me wants to keep channeling, but 5 parts, a little excessive, right? But if this resonates, you feel like you want to dive deeper, can visit the link in my bio, book a personal. But much love and light. to everyone who needed this.